Welcome to another Rowdy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. It can mean one thing and one thing only. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Fiction.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a show like no other, hosted by none other than me and my rowdy brother. So I will not waste any freaking time introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a man who speaks no evil, a man who hears no evil, and a man who sees no evil, but he sees rowdy. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, unworthy, and dynamite Lecter.
That's right. That's right. And the host, the star, the main attraction. He is the reason your lady's legs don't go all the way closed anymore when he visits. Mr. Toy Addict 17.
Thank you for that beautiful intro. And if you're watching this live or watching this in a replay, thank you so much for joining us every Thirsty Thursday. You know, we're here to bring the shenanigans, but more importantly, tonight it's a special episode because we have a guest. It's been a while since we had a guest on Worthy.
I'm going to be completely honest. Last week you said live that we were going to have a guest, and I was like, this fucking guy is full of shit. He ain't got nothing planned. But you did. You really had something planned.
I had something planned. I had something up my sleeves, and our guest tonight is going to be awesome. A long time in the making. I am super excited to bring him on pretty soon. But Unworthy, how are you doing? Happy belated 4th of July, my friend. How was your 4th of July?
Oh man, it was good. We, it's 4th of July is also my wedding anniversary. So
yes,
we always have a nice holiday. We went to my father-in-law's, barbecued, had some fucking crab legs and some steak and ribs, and ate all fucking night. Shot off some bottle rockets. Had a dog run away. We had to all chase the fucking dog down.
Oh man, dude, tell me about it.
It was my first full 4th of July sober as well. So
good. Milestone. Hey, bravo to you, my friend. I think you have been taking this health thing so serious, and let me tell you, let me be the first to tell you that I am super proud of you, my friend. Like I'm super proud of you. You inspired me to. You inspire me. You inspire me.
That's good.
You inspire me.
For you to look better naked. That's good.
Dude, I was my 4th of July was pretty cool. I had to work, but as soon as I got out of work, I worked like a 12-hour shift. As soon as I got out of work, I was on my way home, and I wanted to go straight home. I was tired. The night before was my mom's 70th birthday. Shout out to my mom.
Yes, awesome. Happy birthday to mom.
So she celebrated her 70th, and I was out, and I hung out with them. So it was a good time. So the next day I was a little tired. I wanted to go to work, go home. And I call, and they're like, hey, where are you at? And I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm just getting off of work. And as soon as my mom said, hey, I saved you a plate, man, I jumped on that thing. Man, I was
gone
all the way there. Yeah, I was gone. Like that's all it took was for mom to say she had food for me, and I was ready to go. It was a good time though. That's all it takes, man. But other than that, dude, I was watching the Truman Show. You ever watch the Truman Show with Jim Carrey?
Oh yeah,
it's a great movie. Really, really, really great movie. And it got me thinking. Like, imagine this, right? Picture your life now, right? 4th of July, anniversaries, whatever, right? All the history you have, your kids. Imagine all that just being like
just a show.
Just a show. It's been planned from day one. You are the star of that show, and nothing like your.
Well, if I'm the star of the show, I can imagine that's why it's gone through 38 seasons because I'm a fucking stud, and people like to watch. So I'm entertaining. I'm good looking. I'm charming. It's no wonder that I've had 38 seasons of the Truman Show.
Now, question: would you take the Truman route? Would you leave the show, or would you stay?
Hell no, I'd pretend I didn't know.
For real. I said the same thing. I watched the movie and I'm like, who wants to go? Like, I get it.
You know what's going on out there in the world? No.
Please tell me I'm handsome every day. Lie to me. Tell me whatever it is. Make me feel good about myself every day. I don't care. I'm like you, Kevin. I would be okay with the lies, with the fake everything. Like even the water. Man, the
it's
rain
like,
was
it'd be like the Amish should do, like Rumspringer. Like they'd be like, all right, now that you know this is a show, you've got one summer to go out into the real world and decide if you're going to come back. I mean, I'd be only out that bitch for 5 minutes, and I'd be like,
so I'd be like,
let me back in.
No, dude, I was like, it's crazy because it's I think about stuff like that, and like although it's a film, I'm like, man, if stuff like that really happened where like they took somebody and they basically raised them when they were just a baby, and they follow their entire life, their first kiss, their first dance, their first day at school, their everything is all orchestrated.
The day you learn to masturbate, it's all there. It's all there.
But man, and then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I would not choose the real world. I would refuse the real world.
I'd be like, you know what? It's no wonder my wife has not left me. This is all scripted. It's no wonder.
But that dude, it's been I was like, like it's crazy, especially a lot with everything going on now. It's just not. It's not what it is. Like I want to live in a fairy tale world. I want to be the princess on a tower, letting my hair down, singing with like with the deers and the birds.
You want to be a Disney princess.
Oh my god! Well, the chat's here. I'm gonna say what up to the chat. We got Jersey Creeps. What's going on? How are you doing, sir? So what up, brothers? And so what up, Rob Longo? Yes, we'll be having our guest pretty soon. He says, "I love that Danny clips. We can get Kevin doing those clips as well." Hey, I'm trying.
Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Trying.
I'm here to tell you, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get it. It's not gonna happen.
We got Ed Nice. What's going on, Ed Nice? What's going on?
What's up, Ed?
Man, we got my man Rel Collects. Cody Crybase. Cody cried out to seeing Sami Zayn 9-day title reign. Wow, dude. Yeah, what up?
Yeah, I fucking told you. I told you it was gonna happen.
That hurt,
man. Transition.
That hurt, man. That really hurt me, man. He says CM Punk all day, every day.
That's right.
I'm happy. Hey, that's the wrong. I would prefer.
Everybody within 2 seconds, they're all chanting CM Hogan in his own fucking hometown.
Right. It felt weird, dude. Like
it was fucking weird.
I get it. They want to do the
when have you ever heard Chicago jeer CM Punk? When have you ever heard that?
Never.
I mean, they were firmly behind him all night, but they were chanting CM Hogan. Like
CM Hogan is right. And it sucks too, because I don't blame too much. I don't want to knock CM Punk too much, because it was a 9-day reign for Sami Zayn, but CM Punk holds the shortest title reign ever. Like even over Drew McIntyre. Like when he got cashed in with Seth Rollins, he has the shortest title reign. Like it was super quick. So I can't give him too much slack, because it's like, all right, well, he does carry the. But like, I really didn't want Sammy to lose it that quick like that. Like I wanted him to enjoy it.
I mean, I'm not saying, I don't want to sound like a Sami Zayn hater, but he's not main event caliber guy. Like you can put him in a few main events. You can't put him in all the main events as a champion.
I hope
he's not compelling enough.
Well, one thing about Sami Zayn that people forget is that he is one of the Bloodline members, one of the original Bloodline members. So that could play a big part in him maybe getting his title back. I don't know.
Who knows?
Hard to say. I hope it would be great. So, but you know what? Let's see what happens, dude. He says, now bring back Kevin Owens to avenge Sammy. Kevin Owens would be fun. I miss Kevin Owens. But dude, enough about us. Like we have an awesome guest tonight. Enough about us. But listen, if you're here and you're new, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe. Thank you for joining us on A Worthy Addiction. So I'm not going to waste any time introducing our guest. Again, it's been a long time in the making. So our guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is a film director. He is the owner of 2121 Productions and the new streaming service, Abacadabra Media. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, film director extraordinaire himself, Mr. Rob Longo in the house. What's going on, Rob? How are you, sir?
Hey, Dan. Hey, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
I love the introduction. It was very rowdy.
Yes. Yeah. That's what we strive for. Week in and week out, we strive on being as inappropriate as we can when we introduce each other.
Right. Rob, this is like I mentioned, dude, this is a long time in the making. I had the privilege of meeting you. I want to say it was about 2 years, maybe almost 2 years ago, right? Just about.
Yeah, I think 2 years.
Just about 2 years ago, I got to meet Rob at the Show and Tell podcast with Super Cool. And at the time, it was Agent Variant. He was one of the hosts as well. And I got to meet Rob and hear a little bit about his story. And which also, I was also a guest as well, where Rob, I'm going to showcase later on, Rob gifted me it's my Boba Fett, right? That's what we call it. We're going to call it. It's my version of the classic OG Boba Fett figure. Like, I have something in my possession that one day, and maybe it is now, it's going to be so valuable, and everybody's going to come giving me all these offers, and I'm just going to say no, thank you. It has sentimental value. I have the sentimental value, man. But we got Diggs Figs in the house. What's up, Diggs?
What's up, Diggs?
So Rob, how was your 4th of July, sir?
It was awesome. It was filled with everything you need. People you love, barbecue, tomahawk steaks, and fireworks.
Yeah.
Well, that was a question I was going to ask you guys. Like, when it comes to a barbecue at the 4th of July, what is the one dish that no matter if any other dishes are missing or they're gone, that dish has to be there, or it's like it just ruins everything for you? What is that one dish?
PBR.
PBR.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a big drinker, but on 4th of July, I want my PBR ice cold while I'm grilling.
There you go. Yes.
That's what really, that's all that sets the scene.
Right. It reminds you, your American heritage drinking that.
It's funny that you guys say that, because us Puerto Ricans, American as well, we have a tendency of like using pork shoulder for everything. That's like our turkey for everything.
It really is.
So my mom,
it's fucking fantastic. I'm here for it, by the way.
Like believe it or not, I can't. Yeah, it is, especially when it's done right and cooked for a while. That crispy skin, it's just great. Anyways, when I came over to my mom's house, like I asked for it. I was like, Mom, where's the pernil at? Is the pernil here? She's like, oh, stop it. It's 4th of July. We eat pinchos and shish kebabs and burgers and other stuff. I was like, since when? She's like, since like today. Nobody's going to make that because it takes a long time. Like my mom used to get up at like 3 and like she would marinate it and season it the night before. Wake up at like 3 in the morning, put it in the oven and let it cook all the way.
You got to cook it slow.
And we would, and I'm telling you, the whole house, like there's no way I'm dressing up with family, like your entire wardrobe is smelling like pernil all day. Right, exactly. So you're smelling like it all day, and like it's like, at this point, like you're starving. You're trying not to eat everything. She's taking out all the little sandwiches, all the hors d'oeuvres. She's making all the potato salads, and you're like, man, I want to eat all this stuff now, but it's not the same if you don't add that pork shoulder. So. It's already 8:00 at night. She's like, it's done. And they're like, oh, okay, great. And then it's just that one dish. I was a little disappointed that my mom didn't have it there, but it's that one dish that no matter what other stuff is like missing or if it's done, that's the one dish I want. It has to be.
It was missing from your 4th of July now. Are you going to like seek it out or make it yourself in the next year?
I'm probably, you know what though? After this year, that's probably the plan now. I'm probably gonna buy it and tell
you're gonna bring it. You're gonna bring it on 4th of July every year now.
I'm gonna bring it the day before. I was like, hey, Mom, listen, we need one of these.
Just dropping it off, Mom. Love you.
That's it. Oh man,
fun right there.
Yeah, man. So guys, I have a discussion question for you guys to kind of just warm it up. We always like to start the show with a discussion question. And seeing as you're a film director and you got a bunch of films that you have worked on, I thought it was appropriate for our question to be based on that theme alone. So the question for today is, what movies have the worst endings? How would you change it? So what movies to you have the worst endings? Like it was good all the way through because there's a lot of movies I hate those where you watch them and you're like into them and then the ending comes and you're like, why did you end the movie? Yeah. Why did you end the movie this way? Like this is horrible. Like I can't. There's so many.
I've got a perfect one springs to mind immediately because it's relevant and it just came out and it's been the bane of my existence since it came out, and that's Scream 7.
Oh, yes.
Had the worst motherfucking ending of all time. All time. Unforgivable what these people did to this franchise. Unforgivable. And the only way that you could make it right is that it was actually Stu Macher the whole fucking time. That's the only way you can fix that.
Right. All right. Yeah, it definitely was one. It kind of was expected with all the with the original cast leaving and them trying to just figure out. Then they're rewriting a script to kind of like, and then bringing back Neve Campbell and paying her all this extra money. Like you would like it. It had its good moments. I would say it had some good moments. It's just that ending. I agree with Kevin. That ending, when I saw the ending, I was like, dog. Like there was no reason. Did you watch Scream 7, Rob?
I watched it and I can't even remember the ending.
That's how
it was horrible.
That's how memorable it was for me. But I mean, I don't like dissing other people's movies, but for me, the worst ending is definitely, since we're Star Wars fans, all of us, was The Rise of Skywalker. That was just from the moment the Emperor is back to the moment that Rey says that she's a Skywalker, that just was the end cap on what could have been an amazing trilogy.
Yes. They definitely fucking dropped the ball with, the last two they really dropped the ball with.
Yeah,
the first one, Force Awakens, it had potential.
It set the stage for a lot of cool directions they could have gone in, and then it totally went off the rails. And both of those, the second and third movie are terrible, and the third one, the worst ending ever.
Right.
How would you fix that if you were directing it?
I would have, I would have explored more Kylo Ren's seduction to the light side. I would have flipped it a little more because I thought it was very interesting that he was tempted by Rey to go light side, and I thought they didn't go into that enough.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. You never see, it's always the opposite. You see somebody on the light side being corrupted. It would be nice to see some, the reverse of that, the uncorruption.
Especially, he kills his father.
Yeah.
How do you come back from that?
That would have been an interesting bookend because, Return of the Jedi, he saves his father essentially, right?
Right.
Spirit per se. And then you open up with this one, killing your father, and then you redeem yourself in the second and third one. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah.
No, I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy. Like I don't know so much of the lore, but I do appreciate.
I have to go then. I gotta cut this.
I do appreciate the fan base. I do appreciate the fan base. Now, the character Finn, right? That was his name, Finn.
Yeah.
In the new ones, was his story even explored? Anyways, like I don't think it was. I feel like he was just there. Like
that was a great story too, because here's a stormtrooper who decides, like, wow, I'm on the wrong side, and and they should have delved deeper into that.
Right.
Yeah, and then he was just kind of backup character. That had a lot to do with the Chinese market not promoting intergender or interracial relationships, and it's a fucking crying shame because Finn could have been an outstanding character.
Yeah, and he's a great actor too. I mean,
absolutely, he is a great actor.
So it was just disappointing.
It's good, man.
But did you guys watch Andor?
Yes,
I haven't.
Oh, all right,
obviously,
Danny. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, Andor is amazing cinematic TV.
Let me tell you,
it's very good military spy type.
I will say,
a recipe for a revolution.
I will say that although I'm not like the biggest Star Wars guy, Kevin did put me on the Maul show. And let me tell you, that's some of the best animation, and even just the ending, it was great. Like I called Kevin and I told him, I was like, wow, like I really slept. Like I was already into it because I love like kind of like how the animation was and where the story is. But that ending, that sequence, that fighting sequence in the end was just like, wow, this is good. This is really good. So
I sat at the edge of my bed watching that, like wide mouth wonder, watching Darth Maul and Darth Vader, Maul and Darth Vader. Man, I almost got a chubby watching it.
It says can't wait for season 1 and season 2 or more. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to season 2 of more. Like if definitely they make one, I would definitely entertain it because it's great. Now for the movie, I really didn't like the ending, and it was a movie that me and Kevin actually we talked about on our old show, which is that's the Notebook. Like I don't like the ending to the Notebook.
I've never seen it.
So, all right. So really? the Notebook. No, the Notebook was a movie.
Neither. We had to watch it for a movie.
No, we had to watch it. I watched it in the past before, and we had to rewatch it because we had this show. We had this thing where we did movie talk where we like watched the movie and we kind of just reviewed it and best parts, worst parts, and gave it a grade in the end. So one of the things that I always said about that movie was like it was a great. Like I really enjoyed the movie. I already enjoyed the story of the movie. It's just like the ending. It's like it was bad enough. She was like she couldn't remember anything, and he was trying to like read to kind of like make her remember. And then that one scene where in the end, towards the end, before the ending, because they had to give you an extra ending. That one scene where he's like reading and she like remembers him and they like dance. I was like,
that's where it should have ended.
Perfect ending to the movie. We don't have it. I've already been through enough trauma in this movie.
Yeah.
This movie
is already emotional enough.
I'm already an emotional wreck after watching this movie. And I could say that. And I'm watching, and then no, that's not enough. Let's kill them both.
You wanted to rip your fucking heart off.
Let's kill them both. Let them both die together on the bed because that's how the movie should have ended. I always said the movie was perfect the way it should. We didn't need it. I felt like they were like, you know what? That's not enough. Like I could see them sitting. Rob, you're probably way better than I don't know how you guys talk about as far as like scenes, how scenes are gonna go, but I could only imagine like somebody sitting there and saying, "Well, yeah, she's gonna remember him. They're gonna dance, and then we could just end the movie." It's like, no, not enough pain. I need more.
Yeah,
I need
put them in bed. Have them die.
Have them die together in bed. Like they both die holding hands. That's the way to do it. It's like, but also too, it's like it's not something guaranteed. Like if you're married to your spouse for a long time, it's like, honey, I love you, but I don't know if I could die next to you. Like I don't know that that's gonna happen. It's not a guarantee. So I mean, I got a better shot of climbing the Empire State Building.
Yeah,
I got a better chance of doing that.
Somebody new.
So the way I would end the movie, honestly, it's no shock. The way I would end the movie was literally the way they gave it to us. Like she remembers him, and like if had they gave me the whole like they're dancing, she remembers his name, they cry, they hug, they dance, and then in the end give me the little subtitles like years later they both died in the bed together. I would have been like, okay, that's fine with me. I didn't need nothing.
Just put the subtitles and said they died 1 hour after this, and then not show
right. If you'd have gave me that would have been perfect. I would have been super fine with that. But yeah, that's the movie that I would say that really irks me. Like because it's an enjoyable movie. Like I enjoy watching it. Do I watch it by myself? Absolutely not. And if I did, I would never tell you.
You know what other movie I just watched recently that had a really questionable ending? Was Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh.
Like, you think that the what's his name? Mahershala Ali, the Duncan, you think he's going to die, distracting the other fucking big monster. Yeah. And then he just, like, comes swimming back with a torch. Like, he lured the thing off with a fucking flare. And then they're getting on the boat and they're about to leave, and then here he comes just strolling through with the fucking flare. Like, where'd the thing go? It wants the flare. Where did he go? Why did he just leave you? How did you survive?
Right.
I wonder if that was.
I'd have had that motherfucker get 8. That's what I would have.
I wonder if that was an audience testing decision. That in audience testing, they said they didn't want him to die. Because I remember even like watching with people that they're like, "Oh, I hope he doesn't die. I like that character so much." And they were super relieved that he didn't die.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he didn't need to die, but like maybe just he could have had a little bit more heroic of a return or something. I don't know. Right. He just kind of strolls out with a flare in his hand. And it's like, but the Rex was trying to kill you because you had a fucking flare in your hand. So what are we doing? You still got it, and you're coming to the boat. What the
hell? Oh man, has there ever been a movie where the ending is fine, but because it hurts you so much, like The Notebook, kind of, you're like, man, I wish this person would have never died that way. Like if you felt bad for him, not because you hated it, because you felt bad. Like I'm always like that about the Titanic. Like I would have not. So like I would have been like, I gotta go to New York. I gotta go to New York. Goodbye.
It's the most selfish movie ever. One, there was room on the raft for him.
Right.
They're looking for this diamond. You had it on you the whole time.
And, and 3, you were like married. So if you're not faithful to him, what do you think you're gonna do to me? Bye.
It over. That cost $400 million to explore the Titanic wreck to find this diamond, and you had it in your hand. You had it in your hand, and then she tosses it over, right? I don't really remember.
Yeah, she drops it over as they're leaving. They didn't find it, and then they're leaving, and then she throws it over.
You're a fucking selfish bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what a bitch. Yeah, first you let Jack die, and then you're hoarding this fucking diamond.
Unbelievable.
For this?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's a movie.
You know what? You're right. She's the biggest villain in fucking cinema.
Seriously. You got remarried. You started a new life. You didn't really.
You're telling your grandkids about the freaking hobo that you bopped with on the fucking
mistress, the side piece that you had while you were engaged. You would have.
Jack.
Oh man, Jersey Creep says, "I wish Jason would have never cut Freddy Krueger's head off and killed him." Hey, you know what? I think. I mean, but he was still alive in the end, though, right? It kind of like he's like winked, so it kind of was just like, it's Freddy. So
as long as
I
dream world, you can't.
That movie was made. That movie was made for like. It wasn't made for like for the people that to take it so serious. I mean, I'm glad I watched it at the age I did watch it, and I watch it now, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I enjoyed it back then, because now I would have been like.
Okay, but it's like a guilty pleasure movie for
me. It is a guilty pleasure movie. I love the movie. It's great. Yeah, it's definitely a guilty pleasure movie. Like it's one of those films that, like Jason X, I can never get tired of Jason X. Like I think it's fun. It's so fun,
but it's so good. You know whose death really fucked me up? It was Denzel Washington's in John Q. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
No. Wait, what's the movie with?
I don't think did he die in John Q?
Yeah, he basically sacrifices himself for his son, like to whatever the medical. I don't remember the exact premise of the movie. They needed money to do this surgery or whatever for his son. Mm-hmm. So he was like heisting a bank, like he was robbing a bank.
No. I don't think he died. I think he wanted to, but
he was going to kill himself. He was going to shoot himself.
Right.
So that they could do whatever to him to save the son. He does end up dying. I'm positive of it.
No, I think I don't think he died in the movie. I think he wanted to, but I think what happened was somebody got into an accident who was a match with the heart, and that's how they were able to do it. They were able to save him.
I thought he still died though.
Somebody let me know. If you just watched John Q, let me know if John Q died. Because if I remember, he did die. He didn't die in the movie.
I fucking cried. I remember crying in that movie. It's that and King Kong. Those are the two movies that I've cried in the movie theater. I did. The fucking scene in King Kong where they're smashing the giant bottles of chloroform in his face to knock him out. Like I was weeping. I was like, leave that monkey alone, you motherfuckers.
No, man.
You know what? The Washington movie I just revisited was The Fallen. Do you remember that? He's the cop.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And he gets involved, with somebody's being possessed by Azazel. Right. And the ending is so satisfying. and such a surprise because in that movie, evil wins at the end. Spoiler.
Yeah. Oh, right. If you're not living under a rock and you haven't watched it yet, evil does win in the end. Oh man, that was awesome, Rob. You're the spotlight's on you today, dude, and thank you for starting that participating in that warm up question because and it leads us perfect segue into I don't like to assume that everyone knows you, and even me knowing you for as much as I've known you so far, I want to act like I'm just meeting you right now, man. So Rob, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, dude.
Sure. Rob Longo, 2121 Productions. I've been a filmmaker for 20 years. I balance it between doing my own films and then doing like client video service work, like social media videos, and corporate videos, and any events for businesses and stuff. Pays the bills and allows me to relentlessly pursue my dream of making bigger and better movies always.
Hell yeah.
And I've done 5 movies so far. Working on the 6th and trying to do one every year.
That's awesome, man. So Rob, question. What growing up, like what about film is that you love so much? Like what was it about any movie or like just filming itself?
Yeah, I got I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
Okay.
My son is named after Ben Kenobi, so
nice.
But I used to play, with my Star Wars action figures all the time and make up all kinds of stories. And I had a younger sister who loved Barbie and Darcy CoverGirl. And the only way I could get her to play is if I made some story where Boba Fett and Darcy CoverGirl started to date and stuff. And then he had to choose sides, either fight for the Emperor or fight for the rebels, but Darcy didn't like Barbie, and it was like a whole love triangle thing. And so it was always telling stories. And then 11 years old, I started playing Dungeons and Dragons and got completely hooked. I've been playing that game for 44 years now. It never ends.
Wow.
But Dungeons and Dragons is very movie-like. A module is a script, the characters are actors, the game master or dungeon master is the director. So I've always been training to be a director and tell stories. And that's what kind of led me to where I am now, even. So
that's awesome, man. Now, a lot of the films, from what I've seen, a lot of the films have a lot. There are a lot of. I know you had a series. I have them here somewhere. I'll find them in a sec. But I know a lot of the films that I saw that you have are a lot of horror, sci-fi based. What films would you say, kind of growing up or even after, have inspired you to do the films that you do now?
So I love creature feature stuff.
Okay.
And my horror films always have like a creature centered around.
Yeah.
I think they're just the most interesting. And my father took me and my sister to go see the 70s version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And he quickly followed that up with the first Alien movie. And then he followed that up with the first Nightmare on Elm Street. So I haven't slept since. And that has inspired me creature feature wise more than anything.
Those are a really, really good selection. Like I allowed my kids to watch, like we binge watch all the Alien movies and Prometheus and man, I didn't think they would get through the first one, man, but they were like hooked. They were so hooked to all of them. Like they wanted to watch even like the shows, like Alien Romulus, they wanted like the movie, and then Alien Earth, they want to watch it. It's like they were super hooked on it. Like even to the point where, like, shout out to our tribal chief. I purchased a big, like, it's like a wall mount of a xenomorph. It's like ginormous. Like I'm looking for
like a head mount, like somebody would do with a deer.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
It's a xenomorph.
Right. So it's pretty cool. So tell us. I mean, I have some films here, and I know one film we've talked about, and that's The Husband. That's a film that me and you, that's one of the films that we've talked about before.
Yep. That's my first horror movie.
That's your first. Yeah. So let me go find the cover here, because I have it here. There it is. So tell us a little bit, what was the inspiration for this film? I know you spoke about creatures. I can see the inspiration in creature films. So what would you say is the inspiration for this film right here?
Yep. So my partner, Eva Moroz, her and I, have played Dungeons and Dragons together a few times. And she's very into like folklore and stuff like that. And she'll like find a monster and be like, why don't you do this monster or this monster? And then we'll brainstorm and put our own twist on the monster and make it our own. And that's where the monster from the husband comes from.
So what like tell us a little bit of the backstory of this film, because being your first.
Yeah, sure. So it takes place in the Grove, and the Grove is this town that attracts supernatural creatures to it, both evil and good. And it attracts one creature called the Lunga, which is like a water spirit, but a vengeful one for anybody who did somebody wrong in marriage or love.
Right.
Sure enough, this
thing would be after Danny like nobody's business.
Yeah.
He got you.
Right. If you want to do a sequel,
I thought some of the pre-show talk, so that's why I'm laughing. I'm sorry. But this husband and wife are getting divorced. He doesn't want a divorce. She dies, and he goes after her, and he's a psycho. And who's the monster? That husband or our creature? So if you've ever been in a toxic relationship of any kind, people very much appreciate the movie.
What is the name of the creature, so I could use that instead of using any derogatory words? I'm just gonna call the person after the creature. So Lala Lunga.
Yep, exactly.
Lala Lunga. Listen, Lala Lunga.
Lala Lunga. Stop.
Oh my goodness. Now, besides inspirations for the character itself, like what inspirations? Like, is there anything? Is there any like films besides like Aliens or something that you get inspiration for creating this creature?
Not really. I mean, it was definitely a mix of folklore and Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, going back to Dungeons and Dragons, I'm sorry, I'm again giant nerd, but there's always like these articles about the ecology of an orc and stuff, and it tells you all about like orc life and everything. So like we try to approach our creatures the same way. We fill out their backstory,
flush them out,
they act and everything, so they become real on screen for you.
That's awesome. And then
I try to avoid getting too influenced by other stuff. I'm very careful of that, because the worst thing I think is you like think you had an original idea and it's like,
I know.
You guys saw 7 years ago, and I don't want to ever hear that. So,
well, believe it or not, I'm going to show you a quick image to show everybody a quick image of the Lala Lunga. This is an image, and this is actually one of the actresses dressed up as the character, right?
All her prosthetics and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, how long was how long did it take for the prosthetic to be applied and everything?
It takes 4 to 5 hours to get it. Yeah,
it's so cool.
It's a lot.
Funny thing. I went into my local comic shop today and pick up a book. I was reading. There's this book that I've ordered for a while and I wanted so bad. And like, there's this new Aquaman comic. I'm not sure if it's like Absolute. They have this new Absolute thing, and we're big comic guys. And one of the characters on the cover, I don't know if it was like maybe because you were coming on the show today, we're gonna be talking about this, but the character looked exactly like the Lala Lunga in a way, and I was like, wow, like how ironic that we're having Rob Longo.
We need to look into this. You might be able to own a portion of DC. That'd be great news for you.
No, I have to find that cover like online, and I'm gonna like show it to you. And like there are some, I mean, it's not like super similar, but there are some similarities of it. And I was like, man, how ironic for that to happen. Now, besides the prosthetics and the movie, like how long did it take you to write the script for this film?
That script I worked on for a while. I mean, it went through like I think 6 or 7 drafts and 2 table reads. My whole philosophy and our philosophy in general about filmmaking is pre-production only costs time for us.
Right.
So we should spend our time writing the script and making sure it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because we have direct control over that, and we've definitely accomplished that. I think in all our reviews so far.
That's awesome, man.
Then the next one goes to the Grove to the Umbletch. I think I wrote it in maybe a week and a half. It just came right out of us, and it was amazing. And the creature, we didn't finish the creature till the day of shooting.
Really?
Yeah, we're in Eva's basement, cobbling it together and everything, and trying to. Does this work? No. Okay, ripping that off. Does that work? No. Oh my gosh. All right, this. Yes. All right, let's go shoot.
Now, like while that was happening, were there times where like it was like, oh, this looks too much like the Lala Lunga, let's change it? Like, did that happen at all? Like,
no, it didn't. It didn't because we didn't for the second movie we didn't really have the time or money resources we had on the first one.
Yeah.
So this was like more like we got to go with what we have kind of thing, and I think it turned out great.
No, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the lore of this.
So this totally original character, creature of ours.
Okay.
Just like you have the muses, and the muse can influence you and inspire you. Well, there are creatures that are umbletches that cling on to Aris and fill them with self-doubt and loathing and tell them that they're worthless and nobody cares about what you're going to write or what your music is. Nobody understands. You're stupid. And as the umbletch puts its weight more and more on you, eventually it drives you to do either, to kill yourself or to kill other people and infect other artists.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm starting to feel like a lot of the characters that you have, it's like I live the life. Like I have a Lala Lunga somewhere and then Umbletch somewhere. It's like I like the
that's a really compelling compelling idea, your own self-doubts manifesting, in such an extreme way.
Well, for good horror to hook into the audience, it's got to be relatable. My husband is about toxic relationships. We've all had bad relationships, and maybe we've been the villain in it, maybe we haven't, but we've all experienced it, right? So there's like that hooks people in. And then the umbletch, anybody who's trying to create anything struggles with their own umbletch every day. Some people don't even do anything because their umbletch weighs so heavily on them. So because it hooks into that realness, it makes it good and makes it scary and interesting.
Absolutely.
We have
so the umbletch, sorry, I should bring that back up. Ghost of the Grove. This is like a follow-up or same lore as the husband?
Yeah, same town, it attracts all different supernatural things. They're all connected, and if you watch stuff in the husband, it comes up again later on in the Umbletch and the next 3 movies we have planned.
That's pretty cool. I like that. That is dope.
Yeah, now, I love like the connecting universes. Like I read a lot of books. Like it reminds me of like like Stephen King's work. All of his books, in a way, they all tie back into one. And he's got the Dark Tower novels where it's like the nexus of his realities. And everything can kind of merge together. I always like that connective tissue. It's kind of like comic books too. You have the main run of a Captain America book, but he's also in the main run of the Avengers. At the same time, it's connective tissue between different not genres, different titles and different stories. I always like that sort of stuff.
Like, oh, you're just trying to do your own Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm like, no, any good author, writer, it's part of world building. You build a whole universe to tell your story.
Right.
King did it. George Martin did it for Game of Thrones. He did it for Wild Cards. His Wild Cards books are based on his superhero RPG that he used to play a long time ago in Bayonne, New Jersey. So it's all just good world building. Good world building leads to better writing.
I always felt John Carpenter did that too. I always felt like John Carpenter did a lot of world building, like little hints here and there. Like it's then going back to our question, man, I would have loved Halloween Ends. I have a love-hate relationship with that film. It's kind of how Kevin feels about Scream 7. I have a
no. I do not have a love-hate relationship with Scream 7. I have a hate relationship with Scream 7.
Well, I have a love-hate relationship with Halloween Ends. But one of the things that I've always wanted was to explore and give shine to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch with the Silver Shamrock. And I've always thought that, hey, if you guys would have, if you guys would have given us something and said, hey, this is the reason why he's able to survive all this damage, all this carnage, everything that's happened to him. And this is why he keeps coming, he keeps going. It's because this was orchestrated by the Silver Shamrock years ago. This was the first thing. This is like their first prototype, their first mask that they had. This is who they did it to, the 6-year-old who had it, like stuff like that. Like I've always wanted stuff like that. And I always felt like John Carpenter did a little bit of that, because you watch a lot of the films, you kind of see a lot of similarities and a lot of things that kind of connect, right? Like Sam Raimi, right? Like Sam Raimi, is it Sam Raimi that did the Evil Dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. The car is in like everything. Like the car is in the Doctor Strange movie. Like if you see like the scene where like the twister tornado, you see the car that Ash was driving in that film. So that car is like all over the place. So
that reminds me, Pixar does the same thing. You see the Pizza Planet truck in all of the Pixar movies. At some point in all the Pixar movies, you see the Pizza Planet truck.
Yeah.
But getting back to you want more tie-in explanation. I think that's like the great divide in audiences.
Right.
Some audience members want to not have it all spelled out for them. They want to use their imagination or their fears.
That's me.
Right. But then, and Eva, partner in crime, producer of my movies, she wants it explained. She wants it to make sense. If we set rules, we have to obey those rules. It's always interesting to me, the two different sides.
Right.
I'm a little more mystery box-esque, I would say.
I mean, if it's going to be something that's going to be left up mystery, it's got to be complete mystery. Like you can't even start to explain it to me. If you're going to have it be a mystery, don't give me any explanation at all.
If the explanation drives the story, I think it's good.
Right.
If like the rules of the monster and you're using those rules then to defeat the monster, that's super satisfying.
See, I always felt it didn't work. Speaking of Halloween, I always felt that did not work with the Rob Zombie movies with Halloween. I felt like it was too much of like explaining. It's not, again, it wasn't, I could respect the interpretation. I could respect the take on the characters, right? Because I'm always open to that. It's just like, it just didn't feel, I don't know, maybe it's for somebody that's new watching the franchise and watching that film, if you enjoy it for what it is, that's fine, right? Because you don't really like, if now somebody who's been watching the movies for so long and really like to explain that much, like family, like how the family was, too much of like, it just threw me also. And then that second movie was just like, okay, we got unicorns and all this other stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on. So it's like, it really
Rob
like
Zombie's wife on a unicorn. Yeah.
Right. It's like, okay. But I feel like sometimes I could be, as a viewer, right? As a viewer, I'm a little of both. Like sometimes I want things explained, but most times I also want the mystery. I love the mystery of it. Like I don't need too much explanation. Like I want to use my imagination on a lot of things. Like I like to kind of like I love theories on things. Like we did a whole episode here on theories on all this stuff, and like I love that.
Yeah, but our theories were all bullshit, made up.
They were. Now, Rob, what besides like the amazing things? What are some of the challenges as a filmmaker, as a director, like that you face when creating these stories?
I think one big challenge is running I shoot them all, especially in the director of photography also, and directing at the same time. It is not my ideal. I would rather separate them because when I'm behind the camera, I'm not looking at the actors the way I should be.
Right.
I'm more worried about the technical side of it.
Right.
I would like to just step in the director chair more than anything. That's the biggest challenge. It's cool. Any movie is no movie's ever finished. We all say they're abandoned because you run out of time or money or both. We have time, we don't have money, so we have to capitalize on that. I would love bigger budgets to make closer to our vision. Even the Umbletch originally was going to have like a spider body to it. And you get caught in the web of it and the web of self and everything, and it really preys
That's
upon
cool.
artists. That would have been super cool, but we didn't have time or money to make that feature.
It's tough. Yeah.
Have you have you ever had to like improvise like, you know, with stuff like that in the past, like where it's like, well, we don't have the money for this, so like let's do this instead? Like,
pull up the picture of the La La Lunga for a second.
Okay,
I will tell you. I'll point something out very interesting.
Yeah.
So originally, we had an engineer make 3D printed articulated claws for her.
Okay.
But the claws were too heavy and they would fall off. They wouldn't stay on right. We had to abandon them the first day of shooting. Her claws look pretty wicked and cool, right? Those are her actual claws. They're it's like aluminum foil in filmmaking, but it's black and it's used to black windows out and stuff.
Okay.
Metallic. So we crinkled it up. We formed it onto her fingers and crinkled it up, and that gives it that nice texture of like the black and the shiny look to it. And we were able to shape them however we wanted. So it was like a happy, not accident, but you know, problem solving. Like the 3D printed claws didn't work. Let's use these. You know,
right.
And action.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Well, a perfect segue into 3D printing. So, you know, you mentioned that you know, we talked earlier about a little bit about 3D printing. You've been 3D printing for how long already?
Since 2014. For Pirates of the Air, the documentary.
So right here.
Yeah, one of the Indiegogo or Kickstarter rewards was a 3D printed pirate ship with a radio inside.
Oh, nice.
Except I had never done 3D printing before that. And this is 2014. This is
it's in its infancy.
Yeah.
This is when you ordered a 3D printer and it came totally disassembled. You had to put the whole thing together
with a 2-stroke motor that you got to pull start.
I actually had a mechanic HVAC friend of mine come and help me put together the printer for the first time, and it took like 2 weeks to put the printer together, and then I had to print out 300 ships, which, you know, after failure and redesign finally got to work. And then I had 300 little radios to solder in, and I had never soldered before, and the radios were from China, but they were all apart, every piece, every little transistor, and it was like this big.
Oh my gosh.
I think my eyesight still suffers from this day from doing that. We got all 300 out, but I fell in love with it because how powerful is that you can print out your own rewards, your own prop, and even your own action figures.
Yeah. Which you also, and like a lot of our viewers, a lot of our friends that we've gotten to know, we're all like come from the toy photography community, toy collecting community, reviews, and
we're big on 3D printing stuff.
Yeah, we're really big on 3D print, and a lot of that has a big part in the photography that we do. So, you know, we get like telephone poles, garbage cans, crates, we got our own figures, head sculpt. Like, you're freaking cool. Like, we have our own. Yeah, those are like one of a kind. Those are fantastic. Steam Power Month. Hey, shout out to Steam Power Month from Highly Posed. We'll check them out tomorrow. They're fantastic. He's super talented, awesome painter, 3D prints, great stuff. So like, doing your own toys. Like, what are some of the first ones you ever done? Like, what is?
So the first toys I ever done were for my first superhero action series, Vixens of Ice, or now we just call it Vixens of Virtue. And you know, we did like little ones like this.
Those are cool. Oh, those are awesome.
So little stuff like that, and then like the robot and everything, you know.
Oh,
just super fun. I mean, you know, going back to like solving problems in filmmaking, I can't draw. I wish I had paid more attention to drawing. I would have been
right
for sure. And I feel like I went backwards with Vixens. I made the movie first. Now I would like to do a comic book, right? But to storyboard, I just used action figures and took pictures of them because we had a really complicated fight scene at the end. So I just did storyboards with action figures and just took pictures of
my freaking awesome.
That's cool.
It worked. You know,
that's awesome.
I love photography. I think it's super cool. You know, we should never stop playing. It keeps us young and
great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Vixens of Virtue is a lot different than the husband. It's different. So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So again, big into tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. I was also really obsessed with this one game, DC Heroes from Mayfair Games, which had an awesome system. It was such a good system that another company bought the system when Mayfair Games lost the DC Universe license. And it became Blood of Heroes. And it was such a good system. I had so many characters. So these characters were my characters in the game. So when Buffy the Vampire Slayer came off of syndication, and it was like before the rise of the Marvel Universe, and women were really coming into the geek space more and more. I was like, do like a superhero show of all girls, but like campy, cheesy, but like no nudity, no cursing, no blood, like very family friendly. I'm like, it'll be like the Batman TV series meets the Brady Bunch with Buffy sensibilities, and thus Vixens was born. And since I had no money, it was micro budget, guys in cardboard robot suits and breakdancing ninjas and all those glorious things. But now it's, 20 years later, Vixens was the first thing I did. 20 years later, I would like to go back and redo Vixens with a bigger budget.
Okay.
I would like to hope I'm a better filmmaker now after 20 years.
Now, I remember when we did this the show and tell podcast, you had mentioned that you were at a convention, right, promoting, right? So tell us that story, because that was a pretty cool story.
So if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. I also believe that nothing is rocket science except rocket science. And if you're going to do anything, go big or go home.
You fit in perfect here with the Rowdy Boys.
So
I love what I'm hearing.
New York Comic Con came along, and this is like 2000. We had shot Vixens in 2006. This is now 2007, I want to say. And I'm like, let's go do New York Comic Con. Let's sell our DVDs and our merchandise, because I also had merchandise. I had posters, calendars, stickers, lip balm, eyeshadow, all Vixens branded. I'm like, and we'll have the girls there in their costumes. Acting as if and everything. And it's just like MySpace days. So the girls would jump on MySpace and the different forms as their character and promote it. New York Comic Con comes along. We buy the top web banner.
Yeah.
So it was Vixens of Virtue sponsoring the New York Comic Con. And we were on the premium floor. And there was this little show that was like just starting or something called, I don't know if you ever heard of it, AMC's The Walking Dead. And on the other side of us,
sounds familiar.
Other little show, I don't know, Adult Swim or some channel or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was Vixens. And we had the girls in the costumes and everything. I might have told friends to always come by. So there was always somebody at the booth. People waiting online for Walking Dead. We would capture them, sell them on Vixens and everything. We sold more merchandise than DVDs the first day. The second day, the DVD production, like reproducing company that was in New York City, had to deliver more DVDs to us because we kept selling out.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Distributor was walking by at the time. They gave us a distribution deal. They're like, you have to take it off of YouTube. You have to go right on to direct to DVD. We're going to have you on Amazon Prime and everything. So that's in the beginning, before Disney and Marvel, became best friends and had their own streaming service, we were on Amazon Prime. You would watch the first Avengers on Amazon Prime, and then what would get recommended to you?
So that's crazy.
And as long as you watch 2 minutes of it, we still got paid.
That's fantastic. Freaking awesome. Now that happening, okay. What were you like? Like, what was like? For once, I would be like telling everybody. I was like, if you watch the Avengers, you could watch this right here. Like, if you told me that you could watch like I don't know, Jeff Rogan, like Rogan's podcast or somebody, and say, hey, if you watch his podcast, guess what's recommended? AWA is recommended right after. I would be like, forget it. I would just be bragging to everyone. Like, how was that feeling? Like,
it was awesome. But what the best feeling was somebody would be like, I watched the Avengers, and then did you do this?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so awesome. And you also have a soundtrack, because I was able to purchase the soundtrack when I saw you at the horror convention we just when I saw you. So you have a whole soundtrack. Like is this original music? Like, did you have people come in and make these?
So for the second DVD, I partnered with this longtime friend Keith Jacks from Third Rail Productions. and he did all the music for Vixens.
Oh, nice.
And all the sound editing and everything, and did an amazing job. Very talented musician.
So the musicians, do you have returning musicians? Is this the same musician for a lot of the other films that you have?
No, you know what, musician, it's interesting. So for Ghost of the Grove, the husband, we had Alex Mendelsohn, who did all the soundtrack and sound design for it, and he did an amazing job. But then what happens is they use that in their resume or whatever, and they get bigger and better jobs.
Right.
Then they don't return my calls.
That sucks, man.
And I have John Carpenter dreams of doing my own soundtrack. I'm very into like analog synths and everything. I have like a whole station, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll save you all from that for now. Maybe in 2 movies I'll be ready to do my own soundtrack.
So besides
soundtracks is something I miss, from the movies like in the 80s and 90s when like one band or something would do the entire soundtrack.
Yeah, or the Crow soundtrack. That was
my god, that's so good.
When they would make these big name stars, make these new songs like Prince with Batman. Like they do the entire soundtrack. They don't do that anymore. Now they just hire whoever, somebody sitting there with some millennial with their phone saying, "Oh, well, this is the #1 song on iTunes right now."
Doing It's a Kind of Magic for Highlander. Fantastic.
Yeah. This is why you purchase. This is why I purchase a lot of. I go to I don't know if you guys are familiar with Storm King comics. So Sandy King is John Carpenter's wife, and she's the editor for that place. And when you go to New York Comic Con, he has a lot of his vinyls of a lot of his movies, and that's a lot of stuff that he's done. Like he's worked on a lot of that, and now he incorporates his kids. So I like that. Like I like to have like things that I like a variety of like soundtracks because I buy a lot of mine. I don't know if you guys know Waxwork Records. They sell a lot of like horror. Like I like collect a lot of the horror soundtrack vinyls. Like I love all of them. So like that stuff right there is what I love the most. Like, just hearing like the original scores. I mean, it's kind of fixed up a little bit, but it's pretty cool. Now, speaking of like the films, you have a streaming service also that you want to talk about. So let me get it presented first. Let me share my screen here so we could talk a little bit about Abracadabra streaming. Tell us a little bit about this. How did you start this?
So another little tenet of mine is I'm not a big fan of middlemen in various industries and processes. So my goal is to be a filmmaker, to do my client video services stuff, and to own my own streaming service that puts money back in the pockets of the filmmakers. And distribution and everything has changed a lot. Back in the day when everybody could afford it, distributors would really advertise and market your stuff, and they would earn their 20, 30, 40% now so much, luckily we just signed a deal with Bayview Entertainment here in New Jersey. They are actually an old school, fantastic distributor. So they are, I'm lucky to be on them. Very happy. But that being said, you still have to drive things yourself, kind of, to like Tubi, to Amazon, but you don't own that transaction. You don't own that audience interaction. You don't get the email. You don't get anything from that. So how do you build up on that? I'm like, well, I'm just going to do it myself. I'll have my own streaming service and I'll drive, we'll drive everything together, because I think it's interesting. And maybe you guys see it on YouTube, maybe you don't. But there's so much content out there on YouTube, and the audiences are so splintered that your show might get, I don't know, whatever X amount of viewers, right? But if you drive those viewers to watch your show on Abracadabra, I'm also driving my fans to Abracadabra. So we're all driving towards the same destination, and we all end up with more views and make more money that way. That's
fantastic.
That's my theory of my modus operandus for Abracadabra. Freeman ads, we share in the ad revenue, and hopefully we are then able to make more content altogether.
Now, what's the platform? How do people go about getting their
So,
or what is it exactly? What is it? Shows, movies? What is it exactly that you
it's
feature?
both movies and shows, feature films, no shorts, and seasonal shows. And you can watch it either on as a website, abracadabra.media, or you can download the Roku Marketplace Abracadabra app, and it's on Roku. And we have both on-demand stuff, and then on the Roku app, it's also like channel programming. So I can program, at 3:00 on Saturdays is, whatever show, and so on. So if you guys want to do your movie review show again, I have a place for it. I need programming.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. That would be great. I was trying,
and then any ads you bring on to it, we share in the ad revenue for it. So
that's awesome, man. I was trying to showcase it. Kevin, was it popping up?
What's that?
I was trying to showcase.
It was on the screen. You keep taking it down though.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't sure because it wasn't showing on my end. But that's fantastic, dude. I was looking through it, and there's like a variety of like different things up there, and that's what I love. It's kind of like the streaming. Yeah.
Originally, I was gonna just do fantasy, horror, and sci-fi movies. That's
right.
But you know what? There's so many independent filmmakers and so much out there.
Right.
I got to give a home to everyone, every genre, and it makes us even bigger and more legitimate. To have every genre, from comedy to romance to thrillers to documentaries to shows, fantasy, horror, and sci-fi. And we're even running a film festival and contest right now. So
nice.
Fantasy, movie, horror, or sci-fi. If it was shot from 2004 up till now, and it's 70 minutes or more, it qualifies.
Yeah.
Winner gets $1,500 on Halloween.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
There'll be judges. I'm not a judge. Eva is a judge, and 2 other people we haven't named yet are judges. But there'll also be audience participation, because in October we'll be playing those movies on our Roku app. So you'll be able to, at 5:00 or 3 a.m. will be the reaching hour for, so-and-so's block of shows. These are runner-ups, and then we'll keep going from there. So it'll be exciting.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's really exciting. So how do you go about building the connections with these these content these creators, these filmmakers? How do you go about building the connection and bringing their projects onto your platform?
So I gotta say, I'm gonna give kudos to our current distributor, Bayview Entertainment. They were paramount in helping us get content on Abracadabra. They believed in it very early, and they gave us a lot of titles that right off the bat, we weren't just like, oh, is it just your stuff? That's the first question I get. I'm like, no, it's anybody's stuff, and it's a lot of stuff. We have like over 200 titles now, closing in on 250 titles. That's pretty good for a service that started last June, but really we weren't ready to push it till this May. So it's really been 2 months of it being like fully operating.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. I'm gonna bring it back up here, and forgive me again because I thought it wasn't showing on mine. But if you guys could see it, then I'll bring it back up here for you guys. So yeah, just to kind of scroll a little bit so you guys could see, we have everything is sections. So we have a little bit of comedy, we have drama, we have some documentaries. I love some documentaries, man.
I do
There's
too.
some really good documentaries on there, actually.
That Bigfoot experience too. I want to see that. I'm definitely gonna check that one out tonight. Science fiction for all you science fiction fans, horror for all you horror fans. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. It's
between Bayview Entertainment, Blood Pack Films, the production company, and then individual filmmakers we've been able to get stuff on. And we don't do any exclusive things. You can have your movie on other sites, whatever works, whatever makes you filmmaker more money, I am all for.
Yeah, and I mean it's if you're a creator and you're trying to get your stuff out there, being able to take any avenue you can, taking advantage of multiple, avenues, that's good. And it's good that you don't tell them, you can do it here, but here only.
Right. Now, Rob, you recently just won an award for something, correct? I maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
Did I?
It was like a lip tip something. I maybe.
Oh, so I'm in a business. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in a business. So a recommendation I have for all aspiring filmmakers is practice not just on your own stuff, but client video service stuff. Get behind the camera as often as possible. Why? Because photography is a visual language. How do you get better at any visual language? By speaking it as often as you can. Practice as often as you can. So I'm not saying, take people's money and practice on their dime, but I'm almost saying that.
Right.
In a way.
In a way, you'll get better. And, as long as you're delivering to the client's expectations, do that. So this business networking group has been around since 1978. I have been in other business networking groups. I have formed a business networking group. This is the only one that is one throughout the United States with chapters in every state and multiple chapters in each state. That's number one. Number two, it actually has an awesome app that you can give warm leads to each other.
Yeah.
I'm the only videographer in my chapter. There's only one auto repair guy in my chapter. It's not like Chamber of Commerce one where it's like 18 real estate agents and 4 photographers and 2 videographers fighting over a scrap of food. So there's the app. It's nationwide. You can also give warm leads to other people in other chapters. It's not just your chapter. And then the big thing, and this is the big difference I think too with it, is there's accountability. You got to pass 4 warm leads every month. You got to be present and everything. And the structure of itself makes you a better business person. So I had shared my success story because pre-COVID, I had a studio space in Paterson, New Jersey.
Right.
COVID came along, wiped it out. I saw the end. Luckily, this guy, Alex, who I had played Little League baseball with in Cedar Grove, was like, "Hey, you're Rob Longo. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Video, suffering." He's like, "Oh, come visit our meeting and see what it's about." It saved us. So
that's
my
awesome.
success was my survival and greater successes because of Latif. So I was on their podcast recently to celebrate that success.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's definitely something to celebrate, man. And just hearing stories like the New York Comic Con story, like that right there. Like I brought it up because I remember that was like one of the key things that I remember when I met you and you mentioned and it's, man, with stuff like that, I could only imagine like the excitement and like the how much it motivates you and it pumps you up because it gives you this boost of like, man, I could do this. And like you said, if you're gonna go big or go home, right?
Yep.
So speaking of the films, I know you had mentioned like you had films. Like what are some of without spoiling everything, because I don't know if there's stuff that you want to keep under wraps. But like what like future projects do you have coming up soon? Like,
so near the end of the year, we're gonna shoot our 3rd horror movie.
Nice.
Right now, it's gonna be, I think, titled Feathers.
Okay.
It's about a supernatural bird-like creature that also has like a TV show.
All right.
I might have experienced some trauma early on in my life with Big Bird, but we won't go too into it. There will be a disclaimer. These are not based on anything real. Don't sue us. So, and then
are you actually afraid of birds for real?
I don't really like them. I mean, they are.
My wife is terrified of birds.
They're not real. Apparently, that's what everybody says to me. They're not real.
Arms, they will pick their eyes out, given a chance. Oh, also, my dad showed me the movie The Birds.
The Birds. I remember.
We were super young, so I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be the movie, but I'm creative and I love to write. And I love the spark of ideas, from myself. And anyway, Eva, producer gave me an idea that was fantastic. And I started writing that, but I haven't finished writing Feathers. So I gotta pick one and focus in on it.
Nah, I got you.
Also, the timing and money determine a lot what we're going to shoot next is our next one.
Any future like sequels on projects that you already have?
So the horror movies are all still going to be tied into the group.
Okay.
But I really want to do Vixens again, and maybe the year or the year after.
That's awesome. Okay.
And I need some decent money for that budget to do Vixens the way I want.
Well, if you need some vixens, me and Kevin are fantastic. I think we'll look great. A great selling point. That's awesome, dude.
I could just imagine the cover, but your faces.
Yeah, just us, right?
Listen, we got a guy that does face swaps. Diggs Figs could have that done for us within minutes, I'm sure.
Within minutes, it would be great. It'll be a great selling point. T-shirts will sell out within the seconds. That's awesome, man. Now, here's a awesome question. If given the opportunity, right? If given the opportunity to take a franchise, or sci-fi, whatever, which franchise would you tackle and give your interpretation of?
All right, my top 3 I'll give you.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Okay.
That would be like full circle for me and great. I just had the other 2 in my mind and now they're gone. Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he needs his own movie.
He needs his own
Netflix show, for a little bit.
Yeah.
But we need a good movie. I would love to do a really awesome stylized Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah.
And then that would be great.
I would like to do an X-Men movie.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I would like
to fantastic.
Really, really do. Because I grew up in Cedar Grove. We had Time Warp Comics and Games there. I've been going there since I was like 12. I think. So I kind of grew up there. Was like a block away from my house. We also had Comic Explosion in Nutley.
Yeah.
So like always surrounded by comic books. So I would like to get into the comic book realm. I am in the Marvel Universe. I am in the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. So
are you?
Me? So
are you really?
I am. Yeah, I was an extra.
Really?
And you can
see wait. Where can we see you? Like, if we watch the film, are we able to see?
You can see me. So the Macy Gray World Peace concert.
Yeah.
Right when the Green Goblin attacks Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire looks up and the crowd starts running. You see me when you're looking at him over his left shoulder. I'm like 3 people behind him. And
that's fucking awesome, bro. I'm like, we had him on the show. Who's Spider-Man? No, the guy behind him.
Yeah, everybody, and I would say that, and people, love to put you down. They're like, well, that's not official Marvel Universe.
Nah, no.
But then they did No Way Home. And
and it brings it back.
And that brings him into the official.
So now you're in. Yeah, you totally by no degrees of separation, you are part of the MCU.
Yep. So
you are. You know what you are, sir? You are a watcher. That's what you are. You're one of the watchers. And
now
it's full circle.
To expand on you saying you would want to do an X-Men movie. Let's say you get the call from Kevin Feige tomorrow. He wants you to lead the new X-Men project. He wants you to come up with your core team, your core introduction team.
Oh, that's a great question.
Who you can it's obviously got to have Professor X, obviously, but who is your core team that you're starting with?
Wow, that is such a good question. I would have to.
I hate to put you on the spot, but you said you want to do X-Men.
It's like the most important question I've been asked all week. Like, it's fantastic. Storm leads them. Rogue, for sure. I would do Magic. And I would make my X-Men story more magic based because we've done the past, we've done time travel, we've done space. I feel like magic has been neglected X-Men wise. And I would like to explore that. I think Lillian Rasputin is one of the most interesting underused characters,
Absolutely.
So I would do kind of like an older X-Men, that like Storm and Rogue are the veterans of the group and they're kind of aging out of it. And Magic is taking more center stage, and maybe she'll lead it one day, And then I honestly need a new character. I would need to one of my things would be like, listen, I'll do this. I'll do the X-Men for you guys.
Yeah, I'll do you a solid, Kevin Feige.
But I need to create one character.
Okay,
right. That sounds good.
I would definitely have to create an original character.
That's fair. I think that's completely fair.
That's better than what me and Kevin would create. We always talk about, like, if we were like characters, we would be a flamingo and a panda. That's our characters. That's who we would be. That's us. I think it could work.
Hey, and maybe I would do Morph because Morph is fun.
Morph is cool. Yeah, I like Morph.
Yeah, and X-Men, like you could get away with only, he's a core member of the team, but you can get away with now you got Colossus for a minute. He can shapeshift. Yeah.
sneak a quick frame of like Usagi Yojimbo in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Usagi Yojimbo, it would be nice, it would be nice to get like a stylized, like Samurai Jack stylized show, like with Usagi Yojimbo. I think we'll get him eventually. I think Turtle Power is still
it's gonna get even. Turtle Power is gonna go right through the fucking roof again.
Yeah,
because they just announced the last Ronin video game.
Yeah,
and the Ninja Turtles are on the rise again.
Yeah, they're on their way.
It was fantastic.
They are always climbing back out of the sewer.
Amazing.
Speaking of X-Men 92's show, have you been catching up on the new series?
I'm all caught up.
It's so freaking good, dude.
Amazing.
It's one of those shows I was so afraid of because it's like, yet again, like sometimes it's hard to bring back something that was already good. Yeah. But for the way they've done it, they've done such a good, like they've proven that they can like go toe to toe with DC when it comes to animation. They can, if they do it that way. Absolutely. I am for like, I love DC animation. I love all the films they've done, but like if Marvel's doing stuff like that, like just think of how much they could expand on the characters, not just X-Men, but like give us a Daredevil, a Spider-Man, I don't care, whatever, even characters that we don't see, like maybe an animated Punisher show, right? Like that would be great. So it's been super cool. Now,
and I would need a redeem, like a villain in my X-Men cast that's redeemed, like a Sebastian Shaw, like somebody like who like you would never think would join the X-Men or be involved in it, because I like that with the White Queen, Emma Frost. I like that with even Magneto very much. I'm more of a Magneto plus Rogue.
Gambit can. You heard it here.
Heard it first. That's cool.
GC. No idea.
All right. Now, Rob, one of my final questions for you, unless Kevin, do you have anything you want to ask?
You can go ahead.
All right. For one of my final questions is a question that I've always asked our guests. What do you tell a young person who wants to write movies and direct and produce films and want to just kind of follow your path? Like, what advice do you give somebody?
Relentless pursuit of that. Every day you move towards that. You do something positive toward it. Doesn't matter how small, but always do it. And don't let anyone tell you can't. The technology, barrier to technology is gone. It's just your will to execute it. One of my favorite superheroes of all time is Green Lantern. Willpower is everything.
You and Kevin, I'm a little jealous here now.
We're meant to be. We're meant to be friends. I mean,
did we just become friends?
We became best friends.
When it's time to lock in, I put a Green Lantern ring on. I'm not kidding.
Man, I don't have mine on, but I normally have a Green Lantern ring on. I smashed my hand this week, and I can't really put anything on my fingers.
But I would tell them, just do it. I mean, as cheesy as that Nike adage is, just do it. Yoda says there is no try, it's do or do not. If you want just do it. Your actions will follow your will, and that will shape your reality.
Fantastic.
Awesome, you just became our Professor X. I feel like an X-Men now. I'm somebody. No, I'm somebody's X-Man. Oh, that's great. Oh, Rob, man, dude, it's fucking fantastic, dude. Like I knew that like I said, from the first podcast that I met you, like I heard, but to hear in depth and hear everything and just like kind of revisit this story, man, because it's a fantastic story, and you're absolutely right, dude. Like you could definitely do anything if you put your mind to it, and I love the journey that you've gone through, and I'm telling you, like I'm super excited for the films that I was able to grab from you. I can't wait to watch them. I'm low key want to do like reviews on them. Like I don't know, Kevin, and maybe we should like talk about maybe.
Yeah, I think we're obligated. I think we should be probably doing some film reviews to go on the platform.
That would be fantastic. Seriously, if you want to take this off about it, I'm very open to that. I want compelling programming that brings people to the channel, and
exactly.
for good shows. You know, I can't name names, but we're in contract discussion right now or contract review to have a tabletop RPG, you know, game that's on YouTube right now moved over, or also simulcast on Abracadabra. You know, that's the stuff I want, the stuff we love, the stuff that we're Rowdy fans about.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, that's what we really have built our YouTube platform on, is, you know, sharing everybody's hobbies. Right. You know, it's called A Worthy Addiction because we all have an addiction to our hobbies. You know, whether that's collecting stamps or collecting toys or making movies, drawing comic books. If you're obsessed with it and it drives you and motivates you, it's a worthy addiction.
Yes, absolutely. I like that. Wow. Like, I like that. Yeah. Motivated me there, Kevin. All right. There we go. Can I be the squirrel? If you guys are Green Lanterns, can I be the squirrel? Oh man, Rob, that's awesome, man. Rob, on every episode of the show, we always do like a weekly fix to shout people out. But before we do that, I want to dedicate this new segment that's dedicated to my buddy right here who's been posting things, and I love that he does it. And the new segment for anybody is what are you reading today? What are you reading right now? That's the new segment. What are you reading right now? And I know Kevin has been reading a few books, but I picked up, like I said, I went into my comic shop today. I picked up this comics. There's only 2 volumes of them, and that's Exquisite Corpses. Fantastic. I finished the first volume, and when I tell you this book is fantastic, it's amazing. I have volume 1, and currently I'm going to start reading volume 2. Randy Rabbit, he also has his own solo comic as well that just came out as well. I have the first issue, and I can't wait to read that. But wow, man, fantastic. Every Halloween. So basically the story is every Halloween in this town, they release all these serial killers, and it's just like they let them go. It's like a sport. They let them just wreak havoc on this little town. And it's every Halloween that they do it. And I don't want to spoil anything for all those. It's a great, great horror book written by James Tinian. Something's Killing the Children, one of my favorite comic books out. And Tim Walsh, who also did Silver Coins, which I love that anthology. But that's what I'm reading right now. Kevin, what do you have? I know you got some stuff.
Yeah, I just finished reading The Paleontologist by Luc Dumas. I just finished reading Robo-Apocalypse at the end of the week. And I picked up a couple new books today. One of them is Salvation Day by Callie Wallace. It's like a sci-fi apocalyptic plague type book. And then I picked up, I don't have that one in here, but I picked up a copy of In the Steel Caves by Isaac Asimov. It's another one of like the robot books, part of the iRobot lore.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Rob, what are you reading? If you're reading anything right now.
Right now, I'm reading Bubblegum Crisis. It's a complete archive. It's all about the old anime from way back. Just because it's rock and roll girls on motorcycles that turn into awesome mecha, and they fight like Terminator cyborgs. I've always loved this anime, and I kind of reading it as research to reboot this in a way that'll be a little Bubblegum Crisis. And then today, because also as a filmmaker, you never stop learning, so I bought today Save the Cat Writes Horror. I consider this a pretty good writer, but if I get one little tidbit from this, it's worth the price.
There you go.
That's absolutely awesome. I read a lot of those too, because I used to want to be a writer when I was younger. I had originally planned on going to college to be an English teacher, and I wanted to study English literature to be I wanted to write my own books, and it didn't work out. I didn't end up finishing college, but I buy those books quite a bit. I got like the one Stephen King's, I got Chuck Wendig's How to Write books. I love those kind of books.
That's fantastic. What one is great, and I would recommend. Do I have it here? Oh, Oh my! Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna grab.
No problem. No problem.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
No problem. Unworthy. While we're waiting, Weekly Habit. Any new purchases for you, my friend? Any toys or anything you bought new? What do you got?
I got this in the mail today, or well, not today.
Yes.
This week.
That's pretty
Dominus.
cool.
I just got to get some little robots to go. I'm gonna do a scene right here behind me of him fighting some robots because dinosaurs and robots belong together.
Do you agree that that's one of the best clone like merge, like one of the best, like its own thing, right?
It's the best. I think it's the best one.
I don't think they should have killed them off. I think they should have just let him kind of like go. It should have been like a whole trilogy just with him alone. Like it would have been great. He was so scary.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Rob, what do you have there?
Words for Pictures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The Art and Business of Writing Comics and Graphic Novels.
Nice.
Ryan Bendis. Really great. Even if you don't like comics, it's a great book just for writing in general.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
It's fantastic, man. Rob, speaking of toys, do you collect any action figures?
So I don't, and yet I do. I'll tell you right now, I'm after a Marvel
good one, John.
Marvel Legends Nimrod.
Yeah.
Originally it came in the 3 set, but it was like 2 other figures I didn't want.
I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember either. And it's like $125, on eBay now. But then in April they did Nimrod Solo, but I missed it, and now I gotta buy like an open one for like $30-$35. I want to do a really cool diorama of Nimrod versus Rogue, but Rogue with the Wolverine claws, the Colossus mixed skin with the Nightcrawler face. When she absorbs all of them and fights Nimrod by himself. Like, I want to do that. It's one of my favorite fight scenes in comics of all time, and I want to do a good diorama and like shatter his arm kind of thing. So it's going to be some stuff. Our
buddy Clintastic will love this conversation.
Oh yeah,
he will love. Go on with X-Men guy. Like, that's our X-Men guy. But it's nice that it's kind of like having Clint here in a way, right?
Nimrod is a fucking cool character too. Like he could be a very good character in a movie.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Awesome.
It's because anyway, we could go on about Nimrod.
All the Marvel Legends of him, they're not that easy. There's only 2 of them. They're not that easy to come across either, unless you're willing to pay on them.
And I want to destroy it too, which is not so great.
That makes it tough. It does. It makes it hard to justify spending. That's for sure.
Oh man! All right, fellas, we're at the portion of our show. Rob, we have another segment on our show. It's called the Weekly AWA_Weekly Fix. And for all those who watch it, you can still use the hashtag if you know anybody who does something amazing, such like Rob, who does awesome things, and you want us to kind of shout them out tonight, feel free. So it's very simple. All you got to do is either tag us or take a photo or whatever it is that you do and use hashtag AWA_Weekly Fix. And Rob, do you have anybody you would like to shout out tonight that does something amazing that maybe we should follow and check out their work?
Yeah, you know what? Anthony Gambino.
Okay.
He is an artist, lives locally near me, worked for Marvel for a while.
Nice.
Is at Montclair University, does some fantastic artwork. A big shout out to him because he also helped once we created the La La Lunga, Eva, we gave it to him to draw a real awesome drawing of it for tarot cards. And he did all the upcoming creatures for our horror movies in this tarot card set that we haven't finished or produced yet. So big shout out to Anthony.
I gotta buy those.
Where can we check him out? Is he on Instagram? We can check out his work.
It should be Anthony Gambino.
Okay.
I think Gambino. I think it would work.
Sounds good. Hell yeah, definitely go check him out. Yeah. While Kevin is looking for that, and I'm gonna shout out Squirrely Stitcher. She was I got to meet her at the horror convention that I went to in Jersey. fantastic. She sells amazing flannels with custom patches. Also battle vests. If you want to get your own custom made one, you can either get one that's already made with whatever character, horror character, whatever you want, or you could get a personalized one. You could get your kids in the back. You get your pet if you want. So I want to shout her out tonight because she completed. I've always wanted a vest, and I've always wanted a vest for one of my shows. So this is my vest. I can't wait to have this one. It has the AWA logo in blood, and you can see the QR code. She also stitched right there. I am like super stoked to have this. I've always wanted one, and she was the perfect person to do it. Super like communication is great. She lets you know, like she gets your approval before she sends it out to you. And again, I wanted to shout her out. So if you guys want to get your own flannels or get your own vests, go follow Squirrely Stitcher. Go into her website. She has a bunch of catalog of a bunch of stuff already made. Or like I said, if you want to get something personalized, get like a picture of one of your family members or one of your pets or whatever it is. Hit her up and she'll work with you. Awesome job. But I wanted to shout. Go give her a follow. She's fantastic. Awesome person too. So that's my weekly fix. Kev, what you got?
That's Gambino right there.
Here we go. We got Gambino Studios here. Anthony Gambino. We're gonna give him a follow. This is where you can go find him. Gambino Studio on Instagram. Let's check out some of his stuff here.
We should get him on the show. Talk about his work. Fantastic. Oh yeah.
Right.
Kevin, do you have anybody you want to shout out tonight?
No, I'm happy with showing this right here.
Sounds good.
I'm happy piggy backing off of Rob's weekly fix.
That's awesome. Oh yeah.
A little bit of behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
I like watching this stuff. Cool.
Yeah, we did a collaboration also. I did like a one shot a few times Dungeons and Dragons game locally.
Yeah.
And he would come and he would draw your character. And like that's about 2 or 3 times, and it was fantastic.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
There it is. Go follow Gambino Studios, and also go follow Rob Longo. And Rob, if you can one more time tell everybody where or how we can get to Abracadabra and how we can follow you and support your streaming service.
Probably the easiest way is to go to abracadabra.media on your internet browser, and you can subscribe free with ads there. There's also a link on the bottom for the Roku Marketplace to download the app if you have Roku. And then you can follow us on Instagram, abracadabra_media_streaming, or me at 2121 Productions LLC. I would say don't follow me on Instagram. My personal account is SnapZoom Click, but it's a mishmash of all the worthy addictions I have.
That's good.
I like it. And I wanted to showcase this real quick, but this is the original prototype that I was gifted by Rob when I first met him. This is the Lagunia. This is the original. I took a quick photo of her, but she's like on my shelf, and I've had her there since that day. I put her there. She's been there. This is going to be one of a kind one day. This is one of a kind now. So this is not going anywhere. That's a Grail piece. It's first prototype, right, Rob?
Yep, that's the first one off of the printer.
The first one off the printer, and
there'll never be one more rare.
Nope.
No. So I appreciate that kind gesture. Thank you so much for giving me that. I
want to bring this picture back up here for a second.
That's cool.
It's so creepy. But you know what? I'd fall for this. I'd be like, oh, she's not bad. She's not bad, guys. She's not bad. Hold on a second. Hold on, let's hear her out.
She's got a nice shape to her.
Fantastic. And you can watch all of your movies on Abracadabra.
Yes, not yet, but yes. I actually, we just signed with Bayview Entertainment. I have to give them the movies, then I'm going to put them on Abracadabra, and then they're going to find other homes for them too. So right now, the only movie I have on Abracadabra of my own is Pirates of the Airwaves, the WSOU story. If you like heavy metal, it's a great documentary about the heavy metal radio station attached to Seton Hall University.
That's awesome. Awesome.
So Rob, where can we go to watch your movies right now? Well, as soon as we can, we will, though.
Well, I own a few of them. If you would like, I will be your personal blockbuster. You just have to make sure you send them back.
If you have me back on like around September or October, then or November, we'll have some better news. Where
we'll hold you to that. We do Hecktober all month long in October.
Yes.
We like to do all spooky all month. So we'll hold you to that.
That'll be great to have you back on. Yes, and please, your family now, Rob. You're more than welcome to come hang out with us, talk X-Men, talk movies, whatever you want to do. You're more than welcome. Now, Rob, one of the things we like to do before we end the show is we like to give people quotes, and since you're our esteemed guest, we would like to allow you. Do you have a quote that you like? It could be from a movie, it could be from a book, it could be from a song, whatever it is.
Something original, you say?
Yeah, something original.
I'll do both. I'll do one. My favorite quote of mine is, "It's not rocket science," and I use that all the time. Okay. And the other one is, "The force will be with you always."
There it is.
Fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Follow Rob. Follow all our weekly fix. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Click that notification bell
for more content.